Good day, my dear students in the readings in Philippine history. I know you have a lot of questions regarding your module, no, and I'm here to guide you, to help you answer those questions or to clarify some parts of the module number 1, no? So the module number 1 for our midterm is still part of the content and contextual analysis, wherein you are going to evaluate, to assess a particular document in history, no? When you are going to analyze, the readings in Philippine history is not about talking about what happened really in the past, but we are going to evaluate what happened in the past. No? It's a simple evaluation of what happened. Is it true that it really happened, or it's not true? It's just a lie. So that's your role there as a student. No? So this time, we are going to evaluate the content of the Kartilya ng Katipunan. When you say Kartilya ng Katipunan, it is about the rules or the policies or the laws of the Katipunan, wherein it was actually led by Andres Bonifacio. No? That is a common, what do you call that? That is a common knowledge to everyone. Now, actually, the Kartilya ng Katipunan is really the official law, or what do you call that? The official policy of the Katipunan, wherein every member of the Katipunan has to follow. Okay, so that's somewhat like a policy today, or the rules of regulation in a classroom, or a law in the land, or a law of the Philippines. It's almost the same like that, no? But before that, actually, before the Kartilya ng Katipunan was being implemented by Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, as the secretary of the Katipunan, who is also very close to Andres Bonifacio, no? Also, they actually agreed that they need to make a policy for the Katipunan. At first, Andres Bonifacio actually wrote about duties of the sons of the people. That was the first rules and regulation. It was not yet the Kartilya ng Katipunan, but it was called as the duties of the sons of the people. Na? However, due to Andres Bonifacio's admiration to Emilio Jacinto, wherein Emilio Jacinto actually wrote the Kartilya ng Katipunan, wherein it was very, very nice, it was very, very poetic, no? And it has a lot of values that we can actually learn from that particular article, no, or a policy, no. So from that on, Andres Bonifacio adopted the idea, or the article written by Emilio Jacinto, called the Kartilya ng Katipunan. So that was then the official law of the Katipunan, wherein every member has to follow. So that is a very brief background of the Kartilya ng Katipunan. This time, I know you are asking as to how to answer the assessment. I am very sure about that. So assessment is 3 points each, no? As you can see, the very first thing is that there is a box, no? It is a document analysis worksheet, because we're going to evaluate that particular document. That is your role there. As I said, the readings in Philippine history subject will no longer be talking about what happened in the past. Instead, we are going to talk about what happened in the past, but we are going to evaluate if it is true or not, if it is authentic or not, if it is original or not, or if it is reliable or not, no? So that is why we are using the document analysis worksheet here, no? So the very first part you can see is a box. Just check all that applies. What do you think is the Kartilya? What kind of document is the Kartilya ng Katipunan? Now just check. If you think that is a letter, checked. If it is a speech, checked. If it is a chart, checked. Now that depends on you, but there is really an exact answer for that. So let's see if you know what kind of document is it. The second question is that you're going to, after reading the abstraction, or after knowing the background of the Kartilya ng Katipunan, try to imagine yourself talking to someone, and then you are about to tell him or her about the Kartilya ng Katipunan. How you are going to tell him, or how are you going to tell this person about the Kartilya ng Katipunan? Just write briefly and concisely. Kahit medyo maikli lang, so long as you know that that is really the way you're going to tell this person about the Kartilya ng Katipunan. So just write as brief as you can. Second part of the document analysis worksheet is all about the parts. We're going to observe its parts. Take note, sabi sa external and internal criticism. External criticism is we're going to examine the external characteristics of the document. No? So, try to observe the parts of the Kartilya ng Katipunan. Who wrote it? Sino ang sumulat ng Kartilya ng Katipunan? Second, who read it, or who are the people that could possibly read the Kartilya ng Katipunan, and who are those people who could possibly be received, who are really the ones deserving to, who are really the ones who, you know, deserve to receive the Kartilya ng Katipunan. Next is, when is it from? Kailan siya sinulat? Second is, saan siya sinulat? Where is it from? Saan siya sinulat kaya? No? Third part is, try to make sense of it. No? What is it talking about? Just one sentence to two sentences, that's good already. What do you think is it talking about? Ano bang sinasabi sa Kartilya ng Katipunan? Ano ba ang gustong ipahiwatig at i-convey ng Kartilya ng Katipunan? Second is, write one sentence summarizing this document. Just summarize. As brief as you can. Summarize it, just one sentence. No? Last is, why did the author write it? What do you think was the reason behind why did Emilio Jacinto write this particular article or law or the Kartilya ng Katipunan? No? Ano kaya ang rason ni Emilio Jacinto bakit niya sinulat ang Kartilya ng Katipunan? Next, quote an evidence from the document that tells you why the author write it. Just, diba, I told you to at least search the background or the history of the Kartilya ng Katipunan, how it was being promulgated, and then quote some items there or some sentences that would prove your claim about why did the author write it. Bakit kaya sinulat ito ng author? So, just provide one quoted material or quoted sentence. Okay? Next, what was happening at that time in history? This document was created. Ano ba ang mga pangyayari noon ano bang pangyayari sa Pilipinas noon nung sinulat ang Kartilya ng Katipunan? What happened during that time? Ano bang mga pangyayari? Ano bang events na nangyari? Bakit may Kartilya ng Katipunan? Kailan ito? Bakit kaya ito sinulat? No? Next is, what did you find out from this document that you might not learn from anywhere else? Ano yung nakita? Ano yung natutunan mo sa document na ito na possibly you cannot learn from other documents? Next, what other documents or historical evidence are you going to use to help you understand this topic or event? What are the other sources, the possible sources that are related to this topic? What are the possible resources that you can use to at least have a meaningful learning experience in discovering the content and the concept of the Kartilya ng Katipunan? So, yeah. I hope you are able to answer this question. If you are in the BSOA, submit your answered module in the Google Drive on Tuesday. If you are in the BPA, I don't have BPA, BSOA and then BS Crim. If you are from Criminology, you submit your answered module in the Google Drive also on Friday. And if you are in BAEL, you submit your module on Monday. Okay? Because that is your deadline. So, see you next time when I'm for the next topic or for the next module. God bless and good luck answering.